Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another round of Master Phil in your corner with your host, Master Phil.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How we doing?
Oh, all good, all good. Master Phil here with Master Phil in your corner with my partner in crime, Dougie Fresh Friedman,
Yes,
here at the Undefeated Media Studios.
Thank you, thank you.
So, there's a lot on the plate today.
Yeah.
But before we do that, let's do our shameless plugs. All right. First and foremost is the Body Bell method. Get certified, get your ACE credits, get your NASM credits, and learn the best system for strength and fitness available on the planet. And
Absolutely.
available online or in person. As a matter of fact, I have a book for a seminar in Rye, New York, in person, and that will be on the 22nd of January for a level 1 certification. Time to get those continuing education credits under your belt now.
Yeah.
We also have philross.com where you can see what we have as far as our virtual training. We have a whole bunch of different ways to train online with me. In addition to that, I think I may have maybe one or two more openings for one-on-one sessions, but I am kind of tight. But we do have the link to Burn Along there as well. I'm one of the featured instructors on Burn Along. And of course, we have American Eagle Live, we have the Kettlebell Workout Library, we have Survival Strong, whole bunch of ways to get in shape. And we also have the link to Dragon Door for equipment if you need it. We have kettlebells available now. The newer grips are finally in. They're pretty cool. And I have some videos of me using the newer grips on YouTube as well. So that's our plugs for the day.
Those are some nice plugs.
Yeah.
And that was exactly the time the music ended.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I was practicing all day.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Perfection.
Well, today in the studio, we have a very good friend of mine, and she is I'd say a child advocate. And really puts forth her emotion and passion and common sense. Things seems to be lacking many people. And without further ado, we're going to introduce the lovely and talented Rachel Kirk. How you doing, Rachel?
Good. How are you? Thanks for inviting me on.
Pleasure. See, Rachel and I both ran for the Board of Ed for MAWA. We did not win, but we made a lot of noise. And if more than 22% of the available electorate got out there to vote, I think that maybe would have made a little difference. But if we're going to do it again, we have some other plans in mind.
Big plans. Big plans.
I voted. I wasn't able to vote in Mawa, but I voted in Hohokus. And I will say something needs to change. Either it's like not part of the same ballot, because when I looked at my ballot for Hohokus, my choices were between the Green Party candidate and the New Communist Party.
How awesome is that?
I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up.
It
was either it was like New Communist Party or New Socialist Party. So, I mean, of those choices, I chose the Green Party one. I felt that was the safer bet.
I think so.
I don't know. I think they're kind of the same.
But I feel like, the process isn't ironed out 100% because people are just going in based on like the party they're in, or they're like, you know what I mean? There's not much.
And incumbents definitely have an upper hand here. Yeah. Especially, most people don't pay attention to anything.
Yeah.
They really don't. I mean, look, the state of New Jersey, we had 42% or 44% of the electorate voted in the gubernatorial race. People don't think their vote mattered. Well, yes, it does, because it was ridiculously close. Yeah. And you have to get out there and vote.
And I bet a lot of people didn't even press the button for any of those things.
No.
They just pressed
Yeah.
What is his nickname? Commandant.
Herr Commandant Phil Murphy. Whatever. So talking about Herr Commandant, we're at day 634, and we're still dealing with this COVID. And you look around New Jersey, 40% of small businesses have closed, and they're never going to reopen. I mean, you just look at this Odyssey Gym. They've been around since the 70s. That's where I was teaching my classes. They've announced that they're closing on the 30th of this month. They just, and why? It's because of this fear mongering. Okay? So you look at this now. We have the latest and greatest, the Omicron variant, and as we're seeing, it's more contagious and less deadly. So
Wait, what did you say?
yeah, it's more contagious and less deadly.
I feel like I've heard this before. Wait, I think I have something here. Let's see if this.
Really?
Yeah, wait
All
a
right.
second. Wait a second.
Let's see what we
I feel
got.
it. It sounds very familiar. Let me see here.
Well, you know, I'm not the only one who said this. Dr. Jennifer Haidt from Columbia University.
Yeah.
She's a very well-known
Mhm.
cardiologist.
Yeah,
She's like, it's not a big threat.
yeah.
So,
And I think someone else said it. Let me pull this up here. Yeah, this guy right here. Let's see what this guy has to say.
let's see. Generally, viruses tend to, when they mutate, become more infectious and less deadly.
Wow.
Nostra friggin' Damus.
Wait, that was like way before this Omicron stuff too.
Oh, way before the Omicron.
Wow.
Way before the variant. And look, as far as I knew, I thought Optimus Prime whooped Omicron's butt. I guess we're going to have to wait until the next Transformers. It's out in 2023. Rise of the Transformers is out in 2023. I guess we have to wait till then to get rid of this.
Yes, absolutely.
But it just makes sense though if you look at it, because a virus wants to live.
Mm-hmm.
So if it continually kills its host, it's going to kill its source of life. So it's not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to mutate and change and become more contagious and less deadly, so that it will, continue to thrive. So, and you're looking at the people who, this was great. This was great. One of those bubble-headed newscasters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the Omicron virus variant and variant Omicron. I have to do this. Omicron.
Wait. Yeah,
let's go.
Wait. One, two, three.
Omicron. So now they're doing this Omicron, the variant, and they're saying from the doctor who discovered it, an actual practicing doctor, not like the little elf on the shelf down someone who actually practices medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, it's like a little more than a cold. So now this newscaster's on, well, okay, maybe she said it's not very powerful, not very dangerous, but after all, it was mostly college age students that had this. And we all know that, really doesn't affect college age students. Oh, really? No. Why do they have mandated vaccinations? I mean, these people contradict themselves every time. They just.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So we had Delta. We're on Omicron now. Does that mean?
Wait. Do you know why?
Omicron.
Wait. Already? Omicron. Do you know why it was called Omicron?
No.
Okay. Here. Do you know, Rachel? Do you know?
I have an inkling.
Okay. Well, first, because the next letter in the Greek alphabet was nu. And they said, if we call it nu, people think it's a new virus. Number one. So I said, okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is Psi. Psi is spelled like President Xi's name. So I said, oh, no, we can't blame it on it. People think that it's his variant. It's like, really? So that
God forbid the truth came out.
Exactly.
So if we were on Delta, so there's E, F, G, H, I. These are all variants that happened already?
Evidently.
All right. So here's my real question. We're on Omicron. We're on Omicron right now. Does that mean that the original strands that were deadly and we had high counts of casualties, does that mean we're no longer on that strand, and now most of the strand out there is this less deadly strand?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been saying it forever.
No, I get
and that's
that.
What here. How do you think we got rid of the Spanish flu?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the Spanish flu was very deadly.
Yeah.
And since then, we've had many types of variants of the flu.
Yeah.
And yet we all managed.
So now when people get diagnosed with COVID, they're on Omicron. They're not on. There's no, like, the original strand that we started freaking out about this is not as prevalent. Not as, if you have COVID now, you probably don't have that strand.
Yeah. Well, actually, strain, but
strain.
yeah,
Cool.
But yeah, you don't. You don't.
Tomato,
Got it.
tomato.
You don't. It mutates because again, these things mutate constantly. Look, okay, here the flu. There's a new flu every year.
Yes.
Okay, and they come up with a vaccine which is anywhere from 20 to 70% effective. Okay, people line up, take the shot, blah 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 blah. Some people get sick, some don't. So it's a crapshoot. Right. The problem with these types of viruses, so like coronavirus, the any influenza, HIV, they all reside in animal reservoirs. So they're going to constantly mutate. You can never get rid of them. Whereas something like polio, mumps, measles, they are species specific to humans. So you can basically eradicate them. But these other ones are never going to go away. Look, here, is there a vaccine for HIV? No. Okay. And how do these vaccines work for the influenza? Not so great. I'll tell you, the thing is that, our government just keeps pushing vax, right? Makes me vomit. Now, they would go a lot farther. Things would go a lot farther, in my eyes anyway, if they looked at it in a multi-prong approach. Right? So, okay, we got the vax. Great. I mean, look, I'm vaxxed. A lot of people are vaxxed. Okay. But it's my choice, kind of. I mean, so, I just didn't want to deal with them. Like, oh, see who this is. Oh my God. I'll have to call him back. I was supposed to call him, but I didn't. But anyway, so it's vax. And look at the other aspects. Okay. 1, people get the vax. 2, what about vitamin D and other nutraceuticals? Virtually everyone that's died is vitamin D deficient. And there was a study also conducted on this vitamin D phenomenon. And the doctors are like, well, gosh, is this virus destroying the vitamin D, or are they coming in with vitamin D deficiency? So they tracked all this and found out that the people were coming in lacking vitamin D.
Well, I think that is a problem that we're having across the country, is a lack of vitamin D, especially in our youth, especially as kids are spending more time indoors. They're on their video games, whole other problem, a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. But yeah, there is a lack of vitamin D in our children and ourselves. We spend so much time indoors.
Yeah. And the darker your skin is, the less you do absorb the vitamin D. So it's very important for people of color to get vitamin D. But I'll tell you, I found out I was vitamin D deficient probably about 15 years ago. And then I did a lot of research on it. I'm like, wow, I should never be vitamin D deficient again in my life. It is an incredibly powerful immune boosting element. Now, you remember when we did the first Corona?
Yeah, the green screen and we were in the lab coat.
The lab coat, yeah. I talked about vitamin D.
You did?
I talked about it then.
I mean, I could pull that up too if you want.
Okay, when you do, I can talk. We'll go into other stuff. So, we're talking about also like other nutraceuticals, right? All the natural stuff. What about vitamin C?
We don't have to pull it up now, but that's a great video to watch, because you basically were giving people, I don't want to say cure for COVID, but like things to prevent.
Measures.
And you had all the supplements on the table saying you should have vitamin D, you should have vitamin C, this, that, and the other thing. So if you haven't seen that video, that's a good video to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of good doctors out there, especially homeopathic doctors, that strongly recommend vitamin C and vitamin D.
Yeah.
If anyone wants the name of a few, I'm happy to give that information out.
And then how about therapeutics? Okay. Whoa, we lost me.
Like your headphones?
Yeah.
You're still good though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How about therapeutics? Why aren't we, really pushing those forth? Every time someone mentions them, they're like, oh, ivermectin, oh, horse medicine. Okay. It's working. It's one answer. Okay. You have to, when you have a problem, you look at any way to solve the problem. You don't pick one way and think that's it, because vaccination is not the way, because you're going to be vaxxed constantly. It's a moneymaker. Now everyone's doing the, I can hear it now. Yeah. Now everyone's doing the boosters and so forth. And how about pushing some of the other ones, like the monoclonal antibodies?
Well, didn't Pfizer just come out saying that with the Omicron virus?
Wait.
Sorry, Omicron.
You got
Got it?
Gotta get close.
It doesn't
Gotta get
bite.
closer. This microphone doesn't like me. Omicron. If you have the second, if you have one booster, you'll only end up in the hospital if you get it.
Cool.
But if you get the third booster, you're totally guaranteed to have all the antibodies you need.
I thought you were given do the thing.
Oh.
I thought you were given a new car if you get your third one. It's like, enough. Oh yeah, that's right. When we got the vaccination, we weren't supposed to have to wear masks either, right? Yeah, you look at.
Well, you don't, as long as you're not in school.
Yeah, as long as you're not in school. It's really funny. You look at a school system like North Naples Middle School, Florida. Right? North Naples Middle School is 954 students. Since August, no masks, no mandatory vaccinations, nothing. That for students, for visitors, whoever, staff, doesn't matter. You know what the transmission rate has been there?
Enlighten
Ready?
us.
0.0. Okay. So they've had a 0.0 transmission rate down there. And you look at Florida, everything's open, it's free. Florida is the number one best place for handling COVID right now, right? The lowest transmission rate in the country. They're the best.
But when you look at California.
Yeah, look at California. Yes.
How come it's the lowest if everything's open?
Because,
this is a sarcastic question.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe because people are becoming immune because they're boosting their immune systems, because they're living their lives. Because you don't realize when you're sitting there, you're locked down, you're wearing masks, you're scared. That destroys your immune system. It lowers your ability to fight infection. When you're outside, moving about, enjoying life normally, you're in a better mood and your health is better. I mean, this stuff is proven. I mean, look here. I pulled up a couple of stats here. Okay, pull up a couple of stats here. First of all, anxiety. A 93.6% increase from April 2020 over April 2019 for teens ages 13 to 18. That's insane. Depression. 83.9% in that same age bracket for the same amount of time. Schizophrenia, for those 19 to 20, has increased 61.3%. Self-harm, cutting, crashing, attempted suicide, blah, 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 blah. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Wait, am I ready for this?
Yeah, I don't know. 333.93% for those 13 to 18. Substance abuse disorders rose by, Percy's here. I'll pull him up. Rose by 62.7%. Hey, Percy, we're on the air. You want to say hi?
Hello there.
We're talking about the, you ready, Doug?
Yes.
Talking about the Omicron variant.
He can't hear the effect, but we know he did.
Could you hear the effect?
He can't hear the effect.
We're doing like the echo, going to the echo chamber when I say Omicron. Yeah. Omicron. So yeah, we're having some fun with it. But so we're up on we're live right now.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you guys have a question at home, you could put it in the comments section. We can answer it live. And we have the great Percy.
We have the great Percy Alston. Percy's been on the podcast before.
Okay.
Yes. So all right. Hey, Percy, say hi to Rachel. She's our guest today. And of course, you know Dougie.
Yes, sir.
But
Rachel?
yes.
Hi, Percy.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great. I'm sure you all will have an invigorating conversation this afternoon.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll catch up with you later. All right, big man?
Okay, I'll let you guys.
All right, peace.
All right.
Bye. That's what we do. So if you're looking at this, right, look at these statistics. And then you look at, we're talking about kids laying around doing nothing. Children's ages 2 to 19 from just from 2020 up to 2020 from 2019, the rate is up to 22.4% obesity. This is obesity. This is not kids got like 5 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
you're
yeah.
30% of
Sitting
your
around doing
body
nothing.
or more is fat. That's terrible.
That's tragic.
That's of course. And now they want to go and especially like a bunch of these blue states that were under the imperial thumb, autocratic, whatever. But this is a matter of health. So you want to sit there and you want to vaccinate my kid, right? When we all know that pericarditis and myocarditis and all these conditions happen from inflammation from this shot, from this vaccine, especially in younger people, especially younger males. Okay, so you're going to go and you're going to stick that in their arm. Do you know how many children in the state of New Jersey, I'm talking about from the inception, from January 1, 2020 until November 1st, 2021, in the state of New Jersey. You want to pull up that little?
Yes. Are we talking about kids? This one?
No, that one. That one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're looking at this chart, right? If you look at the chart, you say, well, other 73. Oh, from the ages of 5 to 17, school age children. So deaths in the state of New Jersey during this time period, other 73, cancer 45, drowning 11, drugs 15, homicide 30, suicide 36, accidental injury 70, heart disease 11. You ready for COVID-19? COVID-19 2. Okay, we have 2. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we should worry about those other things.
Yeah, exactly. And you know why all these other things are happening? Look at the stats that I pulled up before. Why? Because we're pushing out fear to these kids. Fear. They are scared. Look,
the way the teachers talk to the kids about COVID is disgusting. And they're sharing and putting their fears onto the kids who have nothing to fear.
And let me ask, is it really fear? Pull up that picture, please. That other one we had.
This one?
Children.
The kids?
Gotcha. Yeah, because I want to show a picture of a
This
school
one?
teacher. Yes. Here, she put it up on the school Twitter account. Okay. Now, this woman, just for the record, she is a mask advocate and has even showed up at the Board of Education meetings, looking to intimidate parents with her stance on the mask. And here she is, sitting there with a whole bunch of kids, all of her little students, with no masks. Evidently, COVID knows that's not supposed to go to this place. But so which one is it? Either are you like the biggest phony on the planet, or I just don't know. How can you sit there and yell at a kid for not wearing a mask and be this big mask advocate, yet you're running around without a mask on or with kids on top of each other? When kids, I'll tell you, if they touch each other in school or gym, they get yelled at. Oh yeah. Actually, my daughter just got banned from doing the walking because she put her arm around her friend when they were walking around the gym. Yeah, she has to play other sports now. She can't do it. She's got to stay inside.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, real quick, unless you want to finish that thought, but I got a question based on the touching and the closeness, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how other diseases go, but is it possible to be exposed to COVID, right? And your immune system be strong that it fights it and you don't get COVID?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So
here's what happens.
So if you come in contact with it, you could
Well, does that make you asymptomatic?
If you spread it, I mean,
no, I'm saying, like, is it possible to not get it? Your immune system stops it in its
absolutely.
tracks.
Yes. Yeah. What happens is if your immune system is very strong, it doesn't allow the spike protein to, embed into your cells.
So for example, like with Magic Johnson, like he had to play basketball even though he had HIV, right? So like if you cut your hand and you cut his hand and like whatever, you're exposed to it, but not 100% of the time you're exposed to HIV, you get it, right? right? Is that I don't know if that's true or not, but
things have to line up.
okay.
Yeah.
But like, is it possible to literally have someone, it's gonna sound gross, spit in your mouth that has COVID, and your immune system just wipes it off and you don't even get COVID?
No, just because look, okay, here. I did jujitsu with someone who had COVID. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get the antibodies.
That's what I'm saying.
So I never even got infected.
That's what I'm saying. So can your immune system be so strong that you don't even get COVID?
So
Absolutely.
were you vaccinated at that time?
No, I just got.
It was at the beginning.
Yeah, it was in the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, like and he got before he knew what it was, but then later he found out, him and his wife, because they took the test and had the antibodies, but he had like a flu.
So going back to our Florida discussion, could that be one of the reasons that things are open, they built up their immune systems, and it's not transmitted?
Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, listen,
right?
yeah. And we were told we were supposed to have herd immunity when X amount were vaccinated, which we've already had that. Now the other thing is, let me just get back to this though, because we're talking about the different things that the government should do in regard to this. How about also proper weight and exercise? Because you look at over 94% of the people that died have an average of 2.6 comorbidities. Okay. And most of them are around obesity.
Well, that's what I was alluding to. All the things that we're doing that were supposed to protect us are actually making it more contagious, making people have terrible immune systems, overweight.
Yeah.
But this goes so deep.
Yeah.
We're not promoting the kids getting outside,
No.
playing. We're not. The school lunches alone, they're very carbohydrate heavy, very sugar heavy. Those are things that make you gain weight. Fat doesn't make you fat, but it's the sugar. It's the carbohydrates. And so, I thought Michelle Obama was supposed to fix all this with her lunch thing, but they have PE for one period every day, and not every day if you're in 6th grade and up.
Yeah.
But they have these tests to see how fit you are, but I don't even know if these even matter. They go into some file and they disappear. I don't think we're really teaching kids how to be healthy. We're not setting them up for healthy lifestyles. And then we're teaching them, and I think as a society, we teach that if you have a problem, you have high cholesterol, you're obese, there's medicine.
Right.
You take medicine.
That's exactly. There's a pill for everything. And look, pharmaceutical companies do not get rich on people who are healthy. They get rich on sick people. Okay. That's why it behooves them for people to lower their immunities and rely on their vaccines, rely on their next drug. Here, look, natural immunity. We all know natural immunity is better than anything. Anything man can create, natural immunity is better. Why do those people not have immunity cards? If you're going to start carding people, okay, it should be. You got tested. Hey, I got I'm immune. I'm okay. I've got my antibodies. I'm not getting it. I'm not spreading it. But we're not doing any of that.
No, we want unhealthy people.
Yes,
because that, exactly like you said, Phil. That's what makes pharmaceutical industry is wealthy.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't help them if we're all healthy, walking around feeling good.
I will tell you this, because you look at Volvo. Okay. Volvo went and they developed the shoulder strap. That was their invention, Volvo. Now, they didn't hold the patent on it. They released it to everyone because they thought it would save lives. How about these pharmaceutical companies? Are they releasing the patents and letting other people produce it in other countries? No, they want it all.
Yeah.
They want it all. So it's not about saving lives, it's about making money. It's about making money.
And isn't that the reason why the head of the FDA is also on the board of Pfizer?
I know.
That's an easy way to make money.
Well, everybody's married. We got Eric Garland and his son-in-law.
Yeah, doing the CRT.
It's just all interrelated.
It's just, and it also happens on the local level too.
It does, doesn't it?
I know, it's crazy. It's like everybody's.
We learned that.
The outsiders, right? So what we have to do is we have to, we have fallen, and we have fallen for this scam. Okay, listen, is COVID real? Yeah, of course it's real. But you know what? It's real to the population that need protection. Look, the older people are compromised. of course, you protect them, right? But you don't do this continuous fear mongering. Why is it that, why? There's 5 or 6 states now left that have mask mandates in schools. Why? And then yet the kids go outside or run around with each other. And they have mask mandates in the schools. And then when they do an after school thing with adults, there's no mask required.
No, this whole thing is the biggest joke.
It's a joke. It's about control.
And at one of the Board of Ed meetings, I even spoke up that these kids have been together all summer, swimming, sleepovers, play dates, camp. I mean, there's there's endless activities. I saw the kids, the little girls all walking around holding each other's hands. They're talking to each other. I mean, kids that talk with their, practically lip to lip. But yet somehow when they get to school, it's the complete opposite.
Well, case in point is our teacher friend over there, who, I guess, in the morning in a classroom, everyone's masked up and keeping social distance. Yet in the afternoon at the party, everyone's all over each other with no masks. I mean, that to me is the height of hypocrisy. Okay? If that's the way you feel, fine. At least I'll respect that. That's the way you feel. But you know what? I can't stand it when people don't walk the talk. Okay.
Even if she doesn't want masks on kids' faces at school, let's say she didn't, why is she showing up to Board of Ed meetings as an intimidation tactic to parents who do feel strongly about this?
Yeah.
Why is she still a part of the union? She's I believe is a secretary for the MAWA Teachers Union. I mean, why?
Wait, that was local?
Yeah.
I thought this was like something from like Minnesota or something.
MAWA. This is MAWA elementary school teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, really?
That's crazy.
No, we know who this person is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because normally you see these pictures like that. It's like some person like Minnesota or like Texas.
Really
like, here, look, in Wisconsin, you got this lady.
The thing is that, these things that are happening are not particular to us. I know they're local issues, but it's happening all over, especially in the blue states where, and what are we doing to the health of our children? Look at the mental and physical strain. We're making them like veal, scared veal. They're petrified. There's little kids I hear them like 5 and 6 years old. Oh, it's okay to take my mask off.
Like, mommy, I can't breathe in school and stuff. Yeah. Well, didn't you know, like, COVID doesn't celebrate birthday parties, so that's like you're safe when you go to a birthday party.
You're safe in a lot of places. Now, if you walk into a restaurant, and you forget to put your mask up. That's dangerous.
Oh, yes.
So dangerous because you're really risking your life because you could be walking to your table and catch. But if you quickly sit down and pull your mask up, you're probably safe.
Oh yeah. And, you know what I want to do because at restaurants, there's no COVID at the tables, right? Yeah. So they should take the wood from those and make desks for the kids.
We should declare a state of emergency where we have to take all the tables from restaurants.
Right. All the ones that close. All the ones that close because of all these crazy rules. Yeah. We'll buy their
COVID-free
furniture. make desks for the kids, and they can all sit out and all be safe.
Yeah, and the only time they'll have to put the mask on is to walk through the hallways because that's where you get COVID.
So that's a great. I went down the shore, and this was like things were opening up, and we went to I forgot what the place was. It was like an outdoor bar.
Wait, was this before Omicron?
Yes, this is before Omicron. Okay. This is before Omicron. And at the bar, you didn't have to wear a mask. Everyone's up on each other, getting drinks at the bar. But if you walked away from everyone to go to the bathroom, you had to put your mask on when you left the bar.
Yeah, but don't you know this? That what happens when the coronavirus is around alcohol, it gets drunk and falls to the floor. Yes. Yeah. So that's why it's safe at the bar.
This must be why I really haven't gotten COVID yet, because there's always a drink in my hand.
There you go.
This is how you stay safe, everyone.
Yes. Rule 1: get furniture from a restaurant.
That's why the liquor stores were able to stay open, but churches and synagogues
were closed.
Shut down.
Different wood, not the restaurant wood.
Right. Well, because everyone knows that countertops from
Yes.
liquor stores
Yes.
are the same wood that they use
Yes.
in the restaurant tables
Obviously.
and bars. It's
Common
100%.
knowledge. Common
Everyone
knowledge.
knows this.
I think
Everyone
we're
knows
on to
this.
something.
I
Yes.
think we are.
Just
So,
gotta
yeah.
celebrate birthdays in a restaurant.
Yeah.
With alcohol.
Or I have a
Safe.
great idea. What if we just move school to the restaurant?
That's what I'm saying. That's even better.
Instead of bringing, I mean,
And
why
then
do
you
you
don't
go the
Then
trouble?
you have to close them.
Yeah, and then you don't have to have that crappy food that gets served.
Yeah.
Exactly. We could
And
have
then the
better
restaurant could
food.
stay
Yeah,
open.
the restaurant can stay open.
And the
That's a
waitresses
win-win.
could, fill in
Yeah.
for where the
For
teachers
teachers.
don't want
Yeah,
to.
when the teachers don't want to go,
Yeah.
they just do it.
Yeah.
Probably learn more.
Yeah, probably. More life skills anyway.
So we're good.
How to calculate a percentage.
Yes, I
Tip.
know. Yeah. I just,
How much of your tips are going to the bartender?
but yeah, it's we have this was an experiment to see how easily we can be controlled, and it's pretty easily.
Mhm.
Oh, very
Okay,
easy.
I know. Yeah, everyone's afraid. Everyone's afraid to make a stand. Because look, we've stood up many times, and there's not that many people.
Well, you have to be
join us.
told what to stand for. So as we saw, like with riots, we were told what's important to us.
Well, no, but that's another thing because of the activity in riots. That doesn't spread disease either.
Well, no,
Riots.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
that's another event that is very
COVID doesn't
So
like
instead of
birthday
going to school,
parties.
kids can go to riots.
Right. They can go to riots and they'll
Exercise
be okay.
their rights.
Yeah, and they get some exercise too. I don't know about the vitamin D because most of them are at night.
We could change that.
They pray to. We don't have to do them during the day. Make it like a field trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
No, but I think you get more people going to riots because those people are probably paid to be there.
Yeah.
No one was paying parents to come to Board of Ed meetings
No,
and
it's
speak up
that's
after a
probably-
long day of working to
Yeah.
put food on the table for their children.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
know that.
Wow.
Mhm.
They know. They know. That's why they.
I know it's another story for another day.
Yes. But and so here's the thing, guys. We have to start to stand up for ourselves and get yourself healthy. I mean, you have to insist on these therapeutics. You have to take your vitamin D. You have to get down to a proper weight. Take your vitamin C. Omega-3s are great too. They're great for your lungs. Of course, I will say this disclaimer: consult your physician prior to taking any supplementation.
Or did you want this?
Yes, yes. Consult your physician prior to imbibing in any
Birthday parties.
supplementation or birthday parties. So before you go do anything, just because sometimes things don't mix right. Make sure that you are under the guidance of a registered dietitian or medical professional when you're taking your vitamins. And but look, it's a known vitamin D. Go see your doc. Talk to a registered dietitian. Go do it.
Phil, would you say the quality of the vitamin D is important?
Yes, you know what? That's huge because I've also found that there's pros and cons. Okay, so I was actually met with a vitamin manufacturer last night, speaking with them, and they prefer the capsules. I like the liquid vitamin D. Okay.
What about the gummies?
I've never been a fan of the gummies.
Why not?
My kid takes the gummies because she's a kid. Okay.
It's just so delicious.
That is one of the problems.
Yeah. So what I do,
I don't mind a little sugar,
if
but as long as it's got the vitamins in it.
Yeah, but if you look at all the sugar you put in your system,
I don't eat a
sugar's
lot of
super.
candy.
It doesn't even matter. It's all food. You look at the food. Look,
But you can get some of the vitamins that are
Yeah. sugar,
the gummies that
Yeah,
are
sure.
sugar free, but
Yeah.
then
I'm
you have to
just
see
telling
what the
then they
sugar is.
right. It's probably something else. So I just take the liquid. I measure it out, put it under my tongue sublingually, leave it there 10 seconds, swallow it. Now,
Okay.
some people prefer the capsules because people don't put the proper amount into a dropper, whereas the capsule, you know what it is every
Yeah.
time you take it, or,
Mhm.
your gummies, you know what it is every time you take it. It's the same dosage.
Convenience factor.
Yeah. Yeah. But I personally, I like the liquid.
I think the liquid enters the body better
yeah, it
and
does.
more efficiently
Yes.
than gummies or pills
Yes.
or capsules.
Yes.
Another
100%.
important little tidbit.
Yeah, it gets absorbed by the system easier.
Yes.
You know, right when you put it in your mouth, right underneath your tongue, it starts to
Yep.
absorb in there.
Right then.
Your
And I
body
also
digests sugar right then and there
Oh, yeah.
too, in the tongue before it even reaches your stomach.
take powdered vitamin C.
Mhm.
So I mix that and I throw it in a drink as opposed to taking a pill or capsule. Again, it's absorbed better by the body. And I do this, and I've done this, I can't remember, years and years and years. When I don't feel good, I take a vitamin C and I make like a little tea with it.
Yes.
2 minutes in a microwave and I stir the packet of vitamin C in there. I'm good to go.
You've told me that
I have
multiple
not
times.
found a powdered vitamin C that does not have sugar in it. You'll have to let me know what you're using.
Yeah, I'll throw you a picture of it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, just scoop it in. Yeah, I mean, it tastes like garbage. Okay, that's why you want to mix it in with something. I mean, sometimes I'll just drink it straight, and it really is not.
Well, I used to have one that was a liquid, and you poured it. That's right. It was like a little packet. You squeezed it into the. It was so cumbersome.
Yeah.
Stick to my lemons.
Yeah, no, lemons are great. We were talking about it before, and I also told Doug this. This is a great elixir that I drink, where I take I heat it up 2 minutes, right? I take apple cider vinegar.
This is like his Mr. Miyagi drink.
Okay.
This is like, have you ever seen the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Where he's cooking up. This is it. Ready? Listen up, people.
I heat that up. I put my lemon in. I keep sliced lemons frozen in the fridge, in the freezer, and I throw it in there. I put my apple cider vinegar in there, and then a little agave. Boom.
I drink that almost every morning. I'm a big fan of apple cider vinegar.
It's great.
I haven't had it in a while, but that stuff is great. And I have about 2 lemons a day. Yeah, and I drink about half a gallon of water a day. Yeah. But the apple cider vinegar is very important because I know it's an acid, but it actually brings down your the acidity in your body. Yep. And sugar is acidic, which is why colds and viruses like to live in an acidic environment. So drinking your apple cider vinegar is very important.
Yeah, it really cleans up the cilia in your throat and so forth as well. Yeah. So it works very well.
And when you drink it like the way Phil describing, I'm sure if you like, I used to take shots of apple cider vinegar. It does not the best taste in the world. When you make it like that, it really counteracts the flavor. You like, it's not that strong.
It's not as gross. Yeah. And the other thing is that when you're taking a hot liquid, it also helps open up your sinus passages as well.
I wonder if having it in a hot liquid does something more than, because I drink it with cold.
Yeah, I like it hot.
I wonder if
I like it hot.
I could tell, Phil.
I like it hot.
Yeah, no, that's great advice.
So this, guys, that's what we need to do, and we have to start making a stand. I mean, you look at we will not comply by our friend Ben Shapiro, and he's really putting it to our government officials. But this is about health and self-reliance and taking care of yourself. And we're being told that we can't. We're having our rights ripped away, and we're not even ripping them away. We're just giving them up. Yeah. And you know what? And here's the thing, and here's something that we have to drive home. When a right can be taken away, it's not a right, it's a privilege. Okay? So they're making these privileges, not rights anymore. And it's not just here, but anywhere, when you look at what the government does, and how many times does the government take and never give back something that they took?
It never gives back what it takes away.
No.
So we've kissed a lot of our rights goodbye.
Yep.
We did it willingly. And the saddest part about that is that our kids are paying the biggest price for this.
And they're not done.
Nope.
It's just started. Yep. But on that happy note, well, we're going to end with some shameless plugs here.
Okay.
And again, we're going to talk about the Body Build Method and philross.com. Definitely check them out. And you can see the online training available, in-person training. And you want to make your immune system strong, strengthen your mind and your body at once. And I'd like to thank Rachel for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Cool. And Doug,
let her rest. Another episode of Master Phil in your corner.
Strength and honor. Let's do a strength and honor to echo. strength, and honor.